Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Conversations You Don't Want to Have with Jayola Tessie. Yeah, you know what it's all about. So today it's gonna be a very special edition. Today I'm definitely gonna be talking about um upcoming artists. So if you are an upcoming artist, you better come closer now. Come here like right now. Because this is literally for you. But before we get into it, don't forget to follow me and subscribe. Timeline of a Gemini, that's my Instagram, and Timeline of a Gemini, my TikTok and my Twitter. Even though my Twitter is not functioning, special thanks to Elon Musk and all this new policy that is messing things up. But just let about it goes down. You can still follow and watch all our podcast and vlog on 60 Minutes TV, entertainment and news, which you get to learn a lot of things about entertainment industry. So, like I said earlier on, this episode, it's gonna be short and it's literally for the upcoming artists. So most of you upcoming artists out there, it's important you watch and listen to this podcast because it's really going to add a lot to your career and your craft. So make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe. Don't say this thing. So let's get into it directly. Yeah, I have to put one now. You understand? So for all the upcoming artists out there, on a more serious note, most of you actually think um, it's easy to be in the music industry because you see some couple of artists just coming up being signed and before you know it, they're all over the internet, all over the radio stations, getting all the shows and getting all the pays and all of that. The real truth is this, it doesn't actually work that way. So I'm going to be sharing ideas, tips on how most of all these things works, and it's literally like maybe 6 or 5 tips that I can assure you that that is how it actually works for an upcoming artist if you actually want to hit the spotlight and be at the top of the food chain. So these are the things you need to know, which is mostly applicable to our industry here, even though it's a global thing. But I feel like it works more for our industry. And number one thing is you need to have a talent. You need to be talented as an artist to be able to get yourself a spot in the music industry, be it home or abroad. It's so vital for you to be able to be creative. You need a special talent, a special kind of talent. When it comes to your music, you understand you need to be genuine, you need to be original. So when I speak about talent goes beyond you knowing how to sing, knowing how to hit the pitch. I'm talking about being a good writer as well. I'm talking about being someone that knows how to listen, someone that knows how to be creative, think beyond normal. And when I use the word listening, that is ability for you to listen to different artists, your favorite artists, the ones you like and the ones you don't like. Learn how to bring all these elements of what makes them special together and implement it into your talent. That's what makes your talent more genuine. So you can now see that aside the talent that you have, which is your vocal and your ability to write, at the same time, you still need some extra skills to be able to elevate your skills, your talent, your gift, so that you end up being a unique artist. And that is why you see some artists, they have a signature voice. So what do we call a signature voice? A signature voice in the industry is something like let me use a Kiss Daniel for example. Once you hear Kiss Daniel, you already know, oh, this is a Kiss Daniel. Once you hear Davido, you already know, oh, that is Davido's voice. Once you hear a Tiwa Savage, you already know, oh, that's a Tiwa Savage. And once you hear Popsy Wiz, for sure you know, oh, that's a Wiz. You understand? And irrespective of the fact that you're listening to different artists, that doesn't mean you can't have a signature voice and a signature style. You understand? Apparently, if you listen to Rema very well, you can listen to the element of Wiz in Rema, but that doesn't mean Rema doesn't have his own voice or his sound. But you can just feel that element of whiskey bounce in his music. So you can now see that it goes beyond your talent, your creativity also matters a lot, which makes you genuine. The second one is working smart. You need to learn how to work smart. And how do you work smart as an artist is you knowing and understanding what your audience wants. It's very vital. It's key. You understand? It's key. I am not saying you have to follow the trend, but at the same time, you have to follow the trend, but in a unique way. Most of artists are probably doing piano at the mo. But if you're listening to some piano, you can literally tell for yourself, like, oh, this one is different, this one is unique, this is something extraordinary. So you must learn to follow the audience, listening to them, Learn to know what they are vibing to at the mo. It's key, it's vital. You can't shy away from it. For example, I'm going to talk about someone like Johnny Drill. Johnny Drill, in one way or the other, is that kind of artist that he follows the audience, brings what they are missing into his own world in a very different way. So he doesn't miss whenever he hits. You understand? Check that Oremia Tata and all that music that he just dropped. That song is applicable to almost everybody if you listen to it very well. Be it you that loves to groove or you that just want to chill and everything. That song is literally appealing to everyone. And the third one is going to be hard work. You must learn to be hard work. You don't joke with your studio session. You don't joke with your content. You don't settle for less. Someone said it was with Davido, and the level of perfectionist orientation he was seeing in Davido, and he was like, wow, this is awesome. You understand? As an artist, you don't settle for less. Don't let your producer dictate to you. Don't let your producer limit you. You understand? You naturally must be hardworking on your own. Your producer must see that, this guy, I can't tell this guy like, you can't do this thing. No, you can't do it that way. No. Sorry, I have to go some. So you must be that type that you don't settle for less. You must be a perfectionist. Like some of them Risky and all of those guys that happens to be most of you young talents mentor. They don't settle for less. Olamide, for example, he doesn't settle for less. So you must be very hardworking. If it's going to take you 20 hours to perfect a line, then let it take you 20 hours, because at the end of the day, it is the end product people actually wants to listen to. So that is the third. You're hardworking. Now, money. Hey, orí ni jẹ́ kí n lówó. Owó sọ pé tí mi ò bá sílé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ plan anything lẹ́yìn mi. Don't you understand? Money said, whenever I'm not around, you guys should not even think of having any meeting that you want to do anything. You need money. Loads of money. Good money, bad money, devil money, Yahoo money. You need money to do music. In every part of the world, you need money. Don't let anyone deceive you. You need money to search your team, to pay your content guy, to pay your camera guy, to pay your producer, to pay for studio session, to pay for your online PR, your promotional ads. You need money. You need money to drip. You need money to fit into the lifestyle, because music, entertainment, or whatsoever itself is a different lifestyle entirely. So you need to understand this thing. It's a lifestyle entirely. That's why you see some artists, they smoke, some doesn't smoke, some's got tattoo, some doesn't have tattoo, some's got dread, some doesn't have dread. Some are fashion freak. TJ Omori, look at him. Drip Dripo, look at Ashake, Drip Dripo. Always on point. Look at Runtown, look at Daddy Yo, look at David. Look at all those guys. It's a lifestyle entirely. You understand? When you look good, people accept you in a good way. You understand? You are just a perfect example of how you look before you can be accepted by anyone. So you need a lot of money on yourself, on the music, on your team members. So you need money. And the fourth thing or fifth is platform. You need platform. So maybe YBNL, 30G BG, Wiz FC, all those people, they are all platforms. You understand? They are all. You need a platform. You need a certain platform. It doesn't see. Let me make you understand something. It doesn't have to be a known platform. But the most important thing is it has to be a platform that knows what they are doing. It has to be a platform that actually have your interest as an artist, that actually wants to see you blow and grow as an artist, that actually wants to make sure you all both secure the bag. It's vital. It's inevitable. You need a platform that is going to put you out there. So you don't joke with platform. That's what I kept telling people. Once you are under a record label, it's a thing, but that's not the end. You might have a platform and you might not blow, and that is what gets us to where I am going to talk about grace. No matter all these things I've mentioned that you needed, without grace, nothing is going to work for you. Quote me right. Nothing is going to work for you without grace. Olamide might sign you, doesn't mean you're going to blow. There is this fat boy on TikTok that is always loud. I think it's owned by that big boy like that. I'm very sure he doesn't even know how the entertainment industry works. Because if he does, there are some things he won't be saying. Because sometimes last week there is this guy, I've forgotten his name, but I think Olamide signed the guy, and this boy just came. I tell you, Olamide is kinika. Olamide, I was like, you don't even know how this thing works. Because we were all here when Olamide signed Devoli. Till date, I don't know one song from Devoli. I swear I'm not capping. I don't know one song from Devoli. That is where grace works. If you don't have the grace, and you have the platform, you have the money, you have the team, you have everything, and the grace doesn't work for you, you're on your own. Because this is how grace works. Grace is that thing that comes. You're singing rubbish, you're doing rubbish, but you still have a fan base. You think Yaladela, you the booty bounce, with the booty bounce. You think that is a good song? Or you think the new one he just dropped is a good song? There is platform, there is money, there is system, there is hard work, there is smartness, and most importantly, there is grace. The person that owns Mavin has grace. He's got loads of grace working for him. Artist himself has got grace. Some artists will drop that same song Rema dropped and they won't even get 1,000 downloads. Take it for a fact. So it is not about you having platform and having all these things that I mentioned. The most important thing is you need grace. Like Portable will always say, you need grace. It's inevitable. Grace is going to make people like you. Grace is going to make people forgive you easily. Grace is going to make people talk about you. Grace is going to make people beef you. Now grace they make on a compare Wizkid, Burna Boy, Davido, Olamide, all of them. It is not beef, it is not hatred, it is grace. The grace they've got in is the reason why all of you will wake up and start comparing Ronaldo and Messi. It is not because you guys literally prefer one to the other. Nah, come on, it is not that. It is the grace that is speaking for them. So the grace is making all of you hate on each other and start comparison and all of that. So for all the upcoming artists out there, take note on all these things that I mentioned and work towards them, because these are like the major tools that you're going to need if you actually want to come into this industry. Until I come your way next time, don't forget to subscribe Timeline of a Gemini, TikTok, Twitter, and my Instagram, Timeline of a Gemini. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is 60 Minutes TV Entertainment and News, to listen to more of all our old and recent topics. 2023 is fast approaching. I'm going to be doing a lot of things for most of you upcoming artists there that is actually going to help you elevate and, you know, get to the top of your career. Till we see some other time. Peace out. Stay out of trouble. Bye.
Yeah. Say she need a bad man to unruly. Got a lot of guys, but she rather come to me. Yeah, she very thick, man, I got a hangover. Like the way me rub it, making me to control her. Kiss me, say she gon' miss me. I've been on the highway, moving on 60, fresh out.